both now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Amen. All right, we'll get started. We may have a few others join us here as we go through this meeting. Not too sure if Father Hans will be able to join us, but hopefully, if he can, he'll be able to give us some closing comments at the end of the meeting. As you all know, I usually share the agenda for this meeting in the chat instead of sharing the screen. It's just more efficient that way. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the agenda in the chat that we'll be following for this meeting. And I'll send that now. So everybody can view that and see what we're going to be going through today. And first up is the opening prayer. So Sayidna, would you mind leading us in prayer to open, please?
No, I don't. I don't mind. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Amen. This is a short but extremely expressive prayer.
Yes, it's the best kind. And I should say, Christ is risen to everyone.
He's risen indeed.
It's
Welcome, everyone.
It is a joyous Paschal season that is still upon us. And I hope everyone had a very joyous Pascha. The great feast of Pascha wasn't too long ago, and we had Bright Week right after that. And we're in the Paschal season, so this is a really joyous time for me, especially because there's a break from fasting. So I'm always happy during the Paschal season. Classic Cradle Orthodox talking there. But let's go through the agenda. So the first thing we always do after the opening prayer is we hear from our bishop, His Grace Bishop Nicholas. And if you would say, Edna, would you please address all of us here in this meeting?
Sure. I'm very happy to address you and to let you know that we had a bishops' meeting this past weekend and a board of trustees meeting. And they both were very upbeat and very productive, which is saying a lot. So hopefully we will have a wonderful year as all of this synergy gets together. We have new members of the Board of Trustees who are very outspoken, and they're driving the discussions, which is so wonderful. And they're not scared to bring up issues and things like that. So it was very wonderful. I'm looking forward to the PLC. I hope all of you have registered. It's in less than a month from now. And we need all of you to register if you haven't, and to purchase packages to support the host parish. Following that, immediately, we have our CST, Camp St. Thecla, which is also doing extremely well. We have a record number of staff, application. We have a record number of campers. We need probably about 35 staff members, and we have about 62 applications. So it's so wonderful. And then after that, we have the fall retreat in September, and we have publicized the date of that fall retreat. So it's looking like a wonderful year this year. God willing, it will happen that way, and I hope you all are looking forward to it as well.
Do you have any details about the being a leader at Camp St. Thecla? If it's through the parish, or how do you find out what the requirements or responsibilities are for that?
For what? For what?
For the camp after the conference.
Oh, this is not at AV camp. This is at Camp St. Thecla.
Right. You said you still need leaders or no?
No, we have plenty now.
Okay. Okay, good.
We advertised for a nurse. We had a nurse, but she had to bow out. She couldn't get the time off, and we had to advertise to have a nurse, and we have multiple applicants. Thank God, because if we have no nurse, we could not have camp. We have to have a nurse, and thank God, um, we have several applicants.
Yeah, I believe we had a shortage last year, but this year we had many more people apply to be staff at the camp. So thanks be to God for that. I know my daughter's going to be attending the first week of camp and is really excited for that. And all the kids get so excited. But thank God we have those that have stepped up this year and where we don't have a shortage or a situation where we were possibly having to cancel. Last year we were really struggling to get staff, but thankfully this year that wasn't the case. So that
Thank
is
God.
very good.
Um, some more committed people have applied. So thank God. And we couldn't accept everybody for sure. There are still some staff members that we could not accept.
Yeah. Well, are there any other questions for Sayedna before we move on? All right, we next up on the agenda we have the Amen Conference and Retreat. So we had a very successful Antiochian Men Conference and Retreat in early March, just couple of months ago. In early March, we were at the Woodland Christian Camp and Retreat Center, and it was really a wonderful event. We had 140 men in attendance, which was definitely above our expectations and what we had hoped for. And that included quite a few men from outside of our diocese. I think there were over 40 of men that were from even outside of DOMSE. So it was a fantastic event. We had outdoor activities, we had some great talks, liturgical services, there were sports competitions. The flag football game went very smoothly. It was great to see that. We had a wonderful campfire fellowship, and everyone that was there gave some just overwhelmingly positive feedback to us that we've heard so far. Everyone really enjoyed it. They're looking forward to next year, and Bishop Nicholas announced at the event that it was the first annual Amen Conference and Retreat, which means that we're going to be doing this annually. And I wanted to just put on everyone's radar the tentative dates for the next one. So we're going to shift it to November next year, which will give us a little more time, actually a lot more time to prepare compared to what we had this year. But we're going to shift it to November, and tentatively it will be Wednesday, November the 5th through Saturday, November the 8th. We've already confirmed with Woodland Christian Camp and Retreat Center that those dates are available and they have those dates held for us. We are adding a day, so we were really crammed with a very packed schedule, and the biggest point of feedback for how we can improve is including a little more downtime between events, allowing for more fellowship just in between the things we had on the schedule. So to do that, we're adding a day, so it'll be even more impactful. And I can't announce who the speakers are just yet, but I can say that we're planning some really compelling speakers next year that I think will be wonderful for all of our men to hear speaking at the event. And as soon as I'm able to announce that, I will do so. But first, we have to, of course,